Verity Wyld, it's great to welcome the Vine Inn in the Barossa Valley to thebestpub.com.au, and you're the General Manager.
Yes, thanks for having us, Max.
That's fantastic. Tell us, where in this segment we like to learn a little about you. Where were you born?
Bullaroo Centre, small country town north of Adelaide.
So you're a South Australian, born and bred, and love the place.
Through and through.
Absolutely. How long have you been in the hospitality industry?
Around 21 years, Max.
21 years, that means you went in when you were 1, is it?
Absolutely.
What about your first job? What was your first job?
My first job was waitressing in a pub bistro.
And where was that? In
Finsbury Hotel in Adelaide.
Who's the best boss you've ever worked for?
I'd have to say Alan Casson, the Golden Grove Tavern, South Australia.
And the best advice you've ever had?
Best advice was not to take it personally.
Good. What's the first thing you look for when you walk into a pub or into a hotel?
I look for the smile on the staff's face.
Yeah, you think that gives you an indication of what the rest of the place is like?
Absolutely, whether they enjoy working there or not.
Fair enough. What's the biggest turn-off if you walk into a bistro?
Dirty plates on an empty table.
And the three publicans you most admire?
Well, I'd have to go for the big guns. I always look to them for inspiration. Peter Hurley, Greg Fay, and of course my favourite boss, Alan Casson.
Yeah, they're pretty special publicans. They've certainly
impressive.
been very impressive in the South Australian industry, or
Absolutely.
the Australian industry, I should say. Is there one achievement you're most proud of?
I think one just recently is winning the Rural Business Awards here at the Vine Inn. We've won it 2 years in a row, but it was an indication our first year in that the staff were all getting behind what we were trying to do here in the Barossa.
And you have a big staff. How many in all?
Around 120 at the moment.
That's a big team.
Yeah.
Do you have a most embarrassing moment?
I do. I think it's happened to all of us, but dropping a full tray of glasses on top of a customer. They got saturated.
Oh, I like that. What about two people that you'd most like to have dinner with?
Well, my husband wouldn't like it, but we will keep it to ourselves.
I promise not to tell anyone.
I'd have to say Brad Pitt and George Clooney. I wouldn't turn them away at the door.
No. And what about... just to finish, I want to learn a little bit more. This is it's a community hotel.
It is.
Can you tell us about that? How does that work?
Well, it's been community owned for 70 years, so really it's managed by a board of directors. There's 7 board members, and they're just community-minded people who are nominated by members of the hotel. And then there's myself, the general manager, and I manage then the daily operations. So I report to a board on a monthly basis.
And it's funded by, and the profits go to the
well,
board?
the profits are redistributed back into the community through sponsorship of sporting clubs, and there's no distribution of profits. It's poured back into the hotel.
Everything goes back into the community, or everything that comes out of the hotel after updating, etc.
So the hotel's self-funding its own renovations and progress and improvements, and then our biggest part of our charter is community sponsorship, so whether it be local charities, local sporting clubs, local schools, so giving them a hand up either financially or with in-kind support as well.
And it's been running for how many years?
Well, 70 years as a community-owned hotel.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty impressive. It is great, as I said, to have you on board in the Best Pub. Welcome, and thank you for spending a minute with Max, Verity.
Thank you, Max.